But I think it's fine in Ibuki's case, or Satsuki's case. I think she would just be like egregiously overpowered if she had something like that. So yeah, like a jab or a close fierce punch sort of thing. At least for Rook. Like maybe the samurai guy doesn't need something like that, but because he has so many options to just do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, it's still like a bad matchup for him, but I feel like he can go ham. Like he can, I'm pretty sure his jumping B or C or something, it's called Divide and Conquer, I believe. And that can like air to air armor, etc. You know, whatever Satsuki does. But Rook is just kind of stuck. Forgot how hard it is to play and talk. I've kind of been largely quiet the past, oh, that's not good. That's very good. That's exceptionally good. Okay. Oh, I knew he was at risk. Well, I guess he wasn't at risk if these guys were going to use Javelin, but I knew there was a potential for him to get low. I'll put it like that. You know, I probably shouldn't have even bothered hitting the Javelin guy. Who here doesn't have a Javelin? Okay. We can block this off. Yeah, it is really tough playing and talking at the same time. And half this chapter I haven't even been playing, I've just been talking. Yeah, Fantasy Strike's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate being able to just kind of like pick up and play a fighting game, because normally even if I can play a fighting game to some degree, like Street Fighter V, it's with like one character and I still have to spend hours and hours in training mode. In Fantasy Strike, it's just, you just kind of play it. And you also get to play the more complex characters. Ooh. I think we're fine, yeah. You get to play the more complex characters without the complexity stemming from or being accompanied by really difficult execution. So there's a lot of characters that I would be interested in playing even if they have more complex game plans, but I just can't execute on it. In Fantasy Strike, I can play someone like Satsuki who, you know, has more going on in terms of like mix-ups and stuff than a character like Grave. Like Grave sort of boils down to strike or throw, which is fine. I mean, I love the basics, but there are times where it's like, okay, I'd rather, you know, do some crazy mix-up shenanigans, put them in the vortex, blah, 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 but it's really hard to execute. And here I can just kind of jump right in and start playing a character like that. And even though it is more difficult, the difficulty can be learned just by like playing matches. It's not like practicing combos in a match is inefficient. You know, like, you can do it, and you can play the game that way, but you will be playing knowing you're dealing less damage because you didn't practice combos. And it will be that way until you learn said combos. And the fast way to do that is to not play the game and instead just to grind in training mode, which is really annoying. So you just kind of skip that step. I have no idea if you have to talk to her to recruiter. I just blue, so I assume get to have her on the team. Blue paint. So I've been having fun with that. Yeah, some of the matchups are degen. There's a lot of rage quitters, which I think is funny. You're supposed to get the win if they quit, but I think there's a way to finagle it so you don't get the win. I think if you're in like the win outro and they disconnect, nobody gets anything or something. I don't know, because I've had people quit on me and I don't get experience, and then I've had people quit on me and I do, and I feel like every time they've quit mid-match I get the XP, but post-match I don't. Maybe it's just a visual bug and I do get the XP, but it doesn't display or something like that. That wouldn't really surprise me. So this guy has no ranged weapons. Geb. Just gonna burn him. Just gonna cook him. What? See, a lot of simple fighting games, like they're touted simple fighting games, do it wrong. They just make it so it's not. It's no like complex game plans, or like they do crap like in name any game really. I know Marvel vs. Capcom had like simple mode, but they didn't even test it, you know? I mean, it's so funny just how garbage it was, because it's supposed to be like you mash a button, you get combos. Just pure garbage. They didn't even work. And what's hilarious is it's like, that's around the time Marvel movies were really like picking up steam. And one of the most popular Marvel characters was Iron Man. Well, guess what? Iron Man's auto combo didn't connect. They would always do like, I don't know what the sequence was, but they do like light, medium, heavy, and the heavy wouldn't connect. Like the launcher. So you had to like crouch and do like the crouch sequence to make it connect, which is essentially not an auto combo anymore. So it's like they couldn't even test to make sure it worked for each of the characters. Well, they could have, they just chose not to because they didn't care. So like that system was garbage, and it would have been a garbage system anyway, even if it did work. And then like Grand Blue has like one button specials, but in order to do them, your moves are put on a cooldown. It's like, what? So you're like punished for using the system? It's so garbage. Like, it is just so garbage. And worse yet is it affects competitive. Like, at least with Marvel vs. Capcom, you could safely ignore it. But here, you know, pros use this stuff, right? Because it's like, oh, I have one button DP, right? I have a one button invincible uppercut. That's useful. That shouldn't be in the game. You also have a block button. So it's like, well, I guess cross-ups don't exist anymore. And I mean, the stuff was touted as like aiming to help beginners. The things that are in the game to help beginners should not impact non-beginners beyond the extent of beginners use them against non-beginners. Like, it shouldn't be such that, like, you shouldn't have one button DP in the game. It's just so stupid. And cooldowns in fighting games are just another egregious offense, in my opinion. Like, what an awful feeling it would be to, like, do a DP, anti the person, and then they jump at you again, and your DP's on cooldown. It's like, what? I mean, I play MOBAs. I play League. I'm Diamond in League. I don't want to see League cooldown mechanics in fighting games. I don't think anyone actually does. I think people are trying to, like, reinvent the wheel there, and they just fail completely. And that's one reason why I like Fantasy Strike, is it avoids these, like, oh, here's an auto combo. Oh, here's cooldowns on specials and block button and stuff like that. Oh, here's a fighting game and there's no mix-ups and there's no corner and there's no, I mean, it's just super simple. Nothing going on. It doesn't matter if it's easy input or not because there's nothing to chew on. You won't be playing this game for more than 5 minutes. It has the depth without the gatekeeping. And I really like it for that reason. That's enough Fantasy Strike for now. So, see you guys next time. I hope that wasn't too scatterbrained. But I kept almost dying and I kept missing. So it definitely ended up scatterbrained. I will see you next time.